Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the exhibition match introducing the Deluxe 2 tournament. With me today, I have two fine fighters representing our array of 32 combatants here to vie for the crown of strongest around. Over in the top corner, bearing the red gloves, we have a returning fighter in Bingo, once again repping the Skyfall Knight Yugioh. How are we doing, Bingo?
I'm doing pretty well. You know, it feels good to be back on Deluxe, and feels good to rep Youthbrook again after so long. So, I know that I did fairly well in my last Deluxe performance. For those of you who may or may not have seen it, so yeah, definitely have some heavy shoes to fill in this time around, and I'll do my best.
That's what we like to hear. Meanwhile, down in the bottom with the blue gloves, we've got ourselves, by comparison, a newcomer to the Deluxe series. But not only is he here as a competitor, but he is also the lead designer who makes the music, the fine album track for this Deluxe tournament. It's KOUTEI the Emperor, aka Renyuki. How are we feeling to be on the stage of Deluxe?
It feels amazing to be on the stage of Deluxe. When I was told that I was given a part to participate in the stage of Deluxe, I was overly ecstatic, and being able to create music for this gigantic type of tournament for Vanguard is a great blessing for me, because now I get to introduce my card fighting skills and also my musical talent. So I'm great to be here.
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate having you here too. You've helped to make Deluxe even greater than the last one. And can I just say, if your card fighting skills is anywhere near your musical talent, then Bingo's in for a hard time. But having said that, let's go ahead and get into the fight proper, shall we? Say it with me, everyone. Stand up.
Stand up.
Vanguard.
Vanguard.
Unsullied eyes, youth.
Julius Dorakokido Kuro.
I'll stand and draw. And I will discard a card from my hand and ride into the Grade 1 Youth. Also, I will set the energy generator. That'll be all. I pass the turn over to you.
My turn. Draw. I'll discard Riley. And I'll ride Jewel Core Dragon. With the effect, I get the energy generator, energy charge, and because of Julius Shakuga Glow, I draw an additional card. I'll attack with Jewel Core.
I won't guard.
Drive check. It's Repelled Malice Dragon.
Damage check. A critical trigger. All power to my Vanguard.
That's my turn.
And draw. I energy charge 3. Alright. I discard a card from my hand, and I ride into the Grade 2 Youth.
Getting both Bellustein and the Neighborly Night Order into the drop zone early is really good for Youthbrook here, as both of those cards can have recurring value to the field in later turns.
And I activate the skill of the Grade 1 Youth. Soul Blasting 1, I get to look at the top 5 cards of my deck. And from the top 5, I call Beshlatine to the field.
Double, toil and trouble. Best Sustained wasn't satisfied just being in the drop zone, so here to the field he goes.
And I won't stop there. I call Enemy Fed from my hand and activate his skill.
Hold the phone, he just got 3 Grade 2s off the top there. Holy!
I look at the top 7 cards of my deck. And then from there, I will call Carino to the field. Then I activate Carino's skill. I search my deck for a Revolve form and add it to my hand. Afterwards, I can put a card from my hand into the soul. So from the deck, I search Revolve form exist.
Ah, the
And then
newest
I
and
will
most
immediately
powerful
place
of the
it from
revolve
hand
forms.
into soul.
Mhm.
Exists now in
Already
the soul.
going
He
for
has it.
the
He has it in circulation for play. Very nice.
Then I call Periris from my hand behind my Vanguard.
Oh, now that's an interesting card here. Pyraris is not a typical Youthberg choice. With her skill, when the Vanguard is attacked during the 5th battle of the turn or more, she can bind herself in order to completely nullify that attack. Well now, seems the more telegraphed pattern of Dragula for going for 5 attacks is starting to work against it, as Pyraris is a potential hard counter for the last attack of the turn. What a nice play from Bingo here.
I move into the battle phase, and I attack your Vanguard with Beshlutin. 10k to your Vanguard.
I won't guard this. Damage check. Let's start trigger.
Boosted by Periris, my Vanguard attacks. 16 on your Vanguard.
This I also won't guard.
5 check. No trigger.
Damage check. Another let's start trigger.
Ooh, duos seem to be the theme of today's battles. We've got 2 grade 2s in the damage zone.
Boosted by Carino, any Fed attacks your Vanguard. This will be 18k.
I'm not gonna guard. Damage check. Draw trigger. I get to draw 1 card. And power goes to Jewel Core.
Finally rewarded for taking all that damage, getting an extra draw and a lot of CB to work with on upcoming turns.
Pass my turn to you.
I draw. I'll discard. Great accumulation of knowledge from my hand. Now I ride. Jolneo. First, great accumulation of knowledge is skill. When it's sent to the drop zone by me discarding it, I can move it straight to the soul. Now, Jewel Core skill. I look at the top 5 cards of the deck, and I can place 2 cards from among them into my soul. I'll put Karina, and I'll put Riley into the soul.
Interesting. With the grade 3 now in the soul, Dragula will have everything he needs set up to pay his Soul Blast 4 different grade cost. Very nice.
I'll call the Star Trigger.
Ooh. He already had another one.
The
Very
Star
nice.
Trigger will attack your enemy.
In that case, my Beshlutin will intercept.
Jolneo attacks your other Anti-Fed.
Oh, a damage deny right here, preventing Youthberg from getting CB on the following turn. What a shrewd play from Renyuki here.
I don't guard.
Drive check. It's a critical
Ooh.
trigger. That would have been useful for the Vanguard swing, but I'm okay with having it in my hand. Your turn.
Alright, my turn. Stand, and I draw. Energy charge 3. I'll discard a card from my hand, and ride. Into Youthberg Rebuild.
Here he is. Youthberg's new form.
Then I activate a couple of skills activate. First, the skill of Beshlutin from my drop zone. By soul blasting a card, I have to call him out from the drop zone. Secondly, the skill of grade 2 youth activates. At the cost of 3 energy, I can return a grade 2 or greater card from the drop zone to my hand. In this case, it'll be the Revolve form exist.
Very nice. By adding Exist back to the hand, he's able to effectively sidestep the lack of CB for this turn. What an expert play. It seemed Bingo was prepared for the damage deny strat.
Now I activate the skill of the Nebula Order from my drop zone. By binding it, I can look at the top 7 and call card. In this case, I'll call Specialty from the top 7.
It seems the theme doesn't stop here. We've got even more duplicates of iconic grade 2s hitting that field.
Another one.
Then I call Stairgown from my hand.
Ooh, and with that, he's completed a power-packed formation of Keter goodness. Renyuki's in for it now.
The skills of my Specialty team activate. Since I have a Youth Berk Vanguard, they each get 5,000 power. Alright, with that, I move to the battle phase. I'll have Specialty attack your Vanguard. 15,000.
I will guard this. Damage check. Critical trigger. I'll give all the effects to my Jewel Neil.
Nice, a trigger right away to give a helping hand to an oncoming battle phase.
Not over yet. With Periris's boost, my Vanguard attacks. 19 on your Vanguard.
I'll intercept with Mustarthager and guard with a critical trigger.
Let's see. Twin Drive. First check. Critical trigger. All effects to my right hand Specialty. The second check. A heal trigger. No heal. I'll give the power to my other Specialty.
It seems that no pass was very warranted with the double trigger coming down the Youth Berk side of the field. What a good guard from Ren here. Still, the battle phase is far from over.
Now, activate Youth Berk Rebuild skill. From my hand, I Revoltress! Youth Berk Revol form. Exist!
Here it is!
Exist skill. Energy Blast 3, I restand the Specialty that previously attacked and give my front row 10,000 power for this turn.
So all these attacks are going to be a little bit bigger. Good thing I
Next.
accounted for them.
Skill of Rebuild. By discarding a card from my hand, my Exist gains 1 drive. I'll discard you from my hand. Now, Exist swings at your Vanguard. 23,000 with 1 drive.
Let's see. You should do nicely. Yeah, you should do nicely. Guard.
Interesting choice here. This guard has the ability to get 15,000 shield when the attacking unit has an extra critical that wasn't obtained from a critical trigger. This must have been to counter Exist when he's able to get his extra critical from another Exist in the bind zone, but we haven't reached this stage yet, so the heal trigger's not at full power.
So,
And in
30K
addition,
then.
I'll guard with Popular.
Supplementing the card for an extra 5k, that's a no passe.
Alright then, drive check. No trigger. In that case, boosted by Carino, Specialty attacks your Vanguard. This will be 43 on your Vanguard.
This one I'll take. Damage check. No trigger.
And now, for my last attack, boosted by Sergown, my other Specialty will attack your Vanguard. Sergown's skill.
I guard with
Plus
Cyclone.
5,000 power to itself.
Oh, so certain of the guard, he didn't even let his opponent finish the line. Very nicely done. And with that, Youth Berk's battle phases come to an end. But Gradual's been pushed to the limit of 5 damage. Will he be able to mount a strong comeback? We're gonna find out. Still, He's not done yet. Activating the skill of Saragon, it looks like.
I'll end my turn.
I draw. I'll discard one card from my hand. Now, Karmic Dragon of the Four Flames. Let's show our brightened soul. Ride. Mahorio Duraju the Magnus.
He's finally here. The dragon who'll bring forth flames of judgment to rebellious knight.
I draw, and then I soul charge. Not ideal, but it's what we can work with. This isn't ideal, but we can work with it. I call Geodraw. Geodraw skill. Energy Blast 3. I soul charge one card. And then I call Carino from among them. Then, with Carino's skill, I call. With the boost from Carino, I'll attack with Draw Jolt. Activating Draw Jolt skill. I Soul Blast. 4 cards with different grades. And your Vanguard's power is reduced to 0. And my Vanguard gains a critical. Because of that Pyreus, I don't think I need to go for my 5 attack turn this time. With Carino's skill, I'll move back a grade 2 to the soul.
Alright. Dragult's charging in. Total of 21 it looks like versus 0. And it has a critical. A fairly threatening attack, even with Youthbrick at 1 damage. What'll Bingo do here?
Interesting. How much will this attack be for?
21.
21,000. Now I wonder. There are a couple of things I can do here. Which one's the best one? Alright, I intercept with both special teams and guard with a critical trigger, making for a 2 to pass.
Ooh, a solid guard, but will it hold?
First check. No trigger. My second check. No trigger.
Ooh, dry drives there, unfortunately.
I'm not done yet, though. Boost with Jewel Core. I attack with Geodraw. Since you put me to 5 damage, I can now discard 1 card from my hand. And Geodraw gets Twin Drive.
I don't guard.
First check.
Ooh, a critical trigger. Very
Critical.
nice.
I'll give critical to Geodraw. Power to Geodraw. The second check. No trigger.
First damage check. No trigger. The second damage check. Critical trigger. Power to my Vanguard.
With the skill of Carino, I move Jewel Core Dragon back into this hole. My turn now comes to an end.
Alright, and it's my turn. Stand and draw. Energy charge 3. No time for hesitation. I Persona Ride.
Youthbrick's
Draw
coming
card.
in at full force here.
And my front row gains 10,000 power for the turn. Additionally, the skill of Special Team from the drop zone activates once more. Full Blast, a Call Out, Special Team. This time, since I have a Youth Perk in the Bind Zone, Special Team gets an additional 5,000 power, putting him at 20,000 base.
So a 30,000 attack with swing.
But I'm not done yet. From my hand, I activate the Nebula Order.
Ooh, whoever said you had to use it from the drop zone, am I right? Now he's playing it from the hand to tutor out an ally from the top 7. But what will he find?
From the top 7, I call Sergon.
Oh, the pup is back on the battlefield.
Another Sargon.
I'm not done yet. Thankfully, thanks to this card's skill, I can use it and have it not counted as an order. I play the Fire Regulus for my hand.
Ooh, even more board mustering going on here. Let's see if he can find another good target. With so few cards in the hand, perhaps he's trying to find a means to get another Exist out in play.
Perfect. Just what I needed. I call Carino to the field.
Oh, and there it is. A card necessary in order to get Exist back. That is a fantastic top deck from Youthberg here.
Then I activate Carino's skill. Search for a Revolve form and add it to my hand. Then, put a card into my soul. For this, and immediately place it into soul.
To the soul it goes. An interesting choice. With no Soul Blast currently present in the field, does he have something in his hand to mitigate?
Then, I overcall my Carino. In its place, I call Edifed.
Ah, there it is. A card capable of Soul Blasting in the middle of the battle phase. What a really well thought out plan from Bingo.
Alright. It's time. Battle phase. With a boost from Sergon, I'll have Edifed attack your Vanguard. First, I'll activate Edifed's skill. Soul Blast. And gain 10,000 power. Additionally, Sergon lends itself 5,000 power from its skill. Right now, you're looking at 43 to your Vanguard.
That is a not insignificant number right away.
That's definitely a problem. Even if I choose to guard this, there's 3 more attacks coming my way. There's 3 more attacks coming my way with that. The addition of the Exist. Not to mention the Twin Drive. Once this is actually a difficult situation for me. Use that. I'm gonna have to take one of these attacks. I think this is the right play, but even if it's the right play, 43. I still need to cough up another 5k shield. 10. Fine. I'll guard. Using the skill, I'll put a Jewel Core from my soul and Julia's Draco Kit back into the right deck to add 15,000 to the shield. This will be enough to block that attack.
Activate the skill of Sergon. Retire itself. Look at the top 2 cards of my deck. Let's see. In this case, 1 to hand, 1 to bottom.
Alright now. Judging by the previous attack phase, we know what's coming next. Youthberg's coming in for the attack.
Now, boosted by Parry Risk, rebuild swings at your Vanguard. This will be 29,000.
I know the next 2 attacks are coming, so I have to prepare now. I perfect guard, dropping the starter card from my hand.
Wind Drive. First check. A heal trigger. I don't heal. However, power goes to my Ednifed. A second check. Another heal trigger. Power to Bejlatin. No heal.
Huh, so many whiffed heals. It's almost as if the deck itself is telling him that there's no turning back. This will be the decisive turn one way or another.
Now, activate Rebuild skill. Cost of Counterblast 1. From the drop zone, I Overdress into exist once more. Activate the skill of exist. Energy Blast 3. Stand the Ednifed. Plus 20,000 power to my front row and a critical on exist.
It's full power here. The true ultimate attack pattern of Youthberg. This is Revolt Form Exist.
Secondly, the skill of Rebuild. Discard a card from my hand for exist to gain a drive. Now, 43,000 on your Vanguard, double critical.
Guard with Repelled Malice, discarding Magnus from my hand.
Having to get rid of Persona Ride is painful, but he needed to block that attack.
Drive. No trigger. And now, Ednifed swings at your Vanguard for 60k.
I don't guard.
The damage check. And
Cut
that's
Daniel.
game! Alright, and with that, the match has come to a swift conclusion. The battle has been decided, and it appears that the Skyfall Knight has finally gained his long overdue vengeance against the Dragon of the Four Flames. A valiant effort from both of these fighters, a very good display on either side. It appears that the quick aggression of Youthberg was too much for the Dragon to handle in this scenario, but perhaps on the stage of Deluxe, both these fighters will reunite and have yet another match to determine who will come out on top and be the one to vie for the crown of Deluxe. And having said that, thank you to both fighters for participating in this special exhibition match. And with this exhibition match having been released, the stage 1 of Deluxe will now begin proper. That means that all 32 of our Deluxe fighters will be starting their round 1 pairings in stage 1. The entire week is going to be spent on these battles, and we will be rolling out a total of 3 feature matches for each round of the blocks. Thus, stage 1, round 1 is going to have a block battle times 3 to display, so keep an eye out for when those will upload up here on the channel. And part and parcel with that, definitely click the notification bell and like, comment, subscribe. That not only supports the channel, but also keeps you informed when I do upload those feature matches. With all that said, take care, God bless, and see you in the next one.